I got a story to tell. Let me break it down from the depths of my soul. Listen to the sound. Started from the bottom, now I'm on the rise. Through the highs and lows, I reach for the skies. I've seen darkness and pain built in my core. I keep on going.
Hello, my name is Makayla Williamson. I am currently the QIDP over Maryland, Jamestown, and Bauer ICS. I'm from Brookville, Ohio. I have one older sister and one younger brother, so that makes me the middle child. If anyone knows the middle child, that already as itself is a challenge. Growing up, we also moved around a lot. From 3rd to 7th grade, we moved about 4 different times, so it was hard to kind of find my place and where I, fitting in with. So I always knew somewhere along the lines I wanted to be in the health field. I wasn't sure really what that looked like. So once I graduated high school, I went to Wright State University. I started off in the nursing program. It was going well, and then COVID happened, and that moved me fully online, and that made nursing school very challenging. And it just, for me, that kind of showed that wasn't really what I was looking for. So then for like a year, I went and did an undecided major where I took some courses in the rehabilitation services program. And within that program, it had different classes with learning about disabilities and different intellectual disabilities. And one thing of those classes that stood out too is that they had a class for finding jobs for people who have disabilities. So that kind of opened the field of me wanting to work with people with disabilities. I also know that I wanted to be somewhere within the health field because of my grandpa. He was a huge inspiration for me because growing up, he was paralyzed from the waist down from a car accident. He didn't let that stop him from living his life. I watched him, regain his muscles and being able to drive his car again. That just, I saw how he was, and I wanted to be that voice for other people that didn't know that that was possible. So then that put me in a spot where I was like, okay, I'm gonna declare my major as rehabilitation services. And a part of that degree, I needed to do an internship. So at first I had found an internship and that didn't really work out for me. And so then I heard from my boyfriend's mom about Toward Independence. I called Lamina and I got information about the day program, and she had a position for an intern. So I was like, perfect, this is what I'm looking for. And I came in, I think they were having their Valentine's Day party. Kind of just told her, this is what I'm needing within my program. I need this to graduate. And from there, I started as an intern. I graduated, and then I became a full-time DSP, and I did the summer program. And from there, the QIDP position was open, and I just remember Renee coming down to me and saying, hey, I encourage you to apply. So from there, I was a little nervous. I was like, okay, this has changed. This is some responsibility. I just graduated from Wright State, but I knew that this was the push that I needed to do for myself, and it was something, what I had been looking for, because the job is all about advocating for the clients. I mean, I'm writing their service plans so DSPs can read it and be able to know how to take care of them. So for me, that was, the step in direction that I wanted to take. Being in the QIDP over Jamestown, Bauer, and Maryland has been, an incredible honor for me because I'm writing their service plans, but I didn't expect, how it was going to impact me so much. Like, I think it gave me a purpose, and it gave me a feeling of fitting in that I didn't have when I was younger from moving around from school to school. While I don't have one specific memory with a client, I do have the feeling that it gives me. I feel a sense of welcoming, contentness, warmth, just when going down to the day program for me, and it's stressful and I'm just needing a break from paperwork, you just get hugs that you don't even ask for. And for me, that's like, okay, I forget all the stress. I forget that I'm, maybe behind on paperwork, and it's just in the moment, you're with them, you're present. For me as a QADP, that's important. I want my clients to feel comfortable and content with me. And I think as my role continues to progress, I see myself wanting to be more of a leader with it and learning more ways that I can advocate for our clients and what resources they may need, putting them to have gain more independence as they get older, or if they're just younger and they're coming to us and they're wanting to learn what that independence looks like. I would recommend Toward Independence because for me, it feels like a family. You're not just coming to work, you're clocking in, you're clocking out. You're coming and you are joining something bigger than yourself. You are, you're forming bonds and relationships with your coworkers and your your client's family. Like when I'm at Jamestown, Maryland, and Bauer, I feel like I am a part of their family and they are my family. Like they make work feel like we're not working. It just feels like this is where I am, this is where I belong. I'm hanging out with my family all day. Another reason that I would recommend Toward Independence to other people is that the benefits that Toward Independence has to offer. We're constantly raising our wages. The benefits that they have, and I think the one thing that stands out to me about Toward Independence is our annual banquet that we have every year. Like the, attention to detail that our HR team has when they're planning it. Like you can see it when you go there. They do care about their employees. I mean, it's a fun day. Like I love the games and you're winning some extra money. I remember my first annual banquet, I won a Switch and I still play that till this day, and that gives me something to do outside of work when I'm not just, gives me a hobby. And that's something I got from Toward Independent. So for me, getting that from an agency, that just, sets a high standard. Going somewhere else to me, it's like, why would I go somewhere else when I'm in such a great agency right now that cares about their employees?
'Cause I'm the master of my destiny.
My name's Makayla Williamson. This is my story. What's yours?
This is my story, the one I wanna share. The tale of resilience.